You were created by love. Now, I'm going to explain that to you in a minute. You might say to me, no, Pastor Robert, this is pretty simple. Go back to Genesis and read it. I was created by God. Correct. But 1 John 4, verse 8 says, he who does not love does not know God, for God is love. So yes, I agree, we were created by God, but God is, okay, so we were created by love. Correct? Everyone with me? Okay, if we were all created by God, I agree, we were created by God, but if the Bible tells us God is love, then another way of saying it is we were created by love. So if I was created by love, then I was created to love and to be loved. So my number one fear is the fear of rejection. Do you want to know why? Because my number one need is love. My number one need is acceptance. So if my number one need is acceptance, then my number one fear is rejection. Let me kind of say this another way. We need to understand that whatever you are afraid of is actually what you will worship. In other words, if you're afraid of rejection, you will worship acceptance. Because you're afraid to be rejected, when someone says something to you, you don't want that person to reject you, and so you'll do everything you can to phrase your answer in such a way that you don't get rejected. And you'll have maybe 3 or 4 conscious memories and maybe hundreds of subconscious memories of being rejected. So you'll think, I don't want to be rejected again. And so I want to answer this question truthfully, but I want to answer it in such a way that this person doesn't reject me, because my greatest need is acceptance. I told you about that the word devotion comes from the word vote. Devote comes from the word vote. The word vote means vow. The word vow means commitment. So whatever it is that you're devoted to, in other words, if you're devoted to acceptance, you're committed to acceptance. So you live your life. Here's the reason that I know so much about this. I've had it for years. I've had this disease. I grew up wanting to be accepted. And so I did anything I could to be accepted. Here's the lie. Let me show you the lie. According to the Bible, Ephesians 1:6, to the praise of the glory of his grace by which he made, past tense, us accepted, past tense, in the beloved. So what Satan is tempting you with, saying, if you'll do this or say this, you'll be accepted, what your answer needs to be is, I'm already accepted. That's what Eve's answer needed to be. When Satan said, if you do this, you'll be like God, she should have said, I'm already like God. So when Satan tempts you that if you don't do this now, if you don't submit to these peers, if you don't, if you don't try this drug, if you don't take this drink, if you don't, do this, then you're not going to be in the group. What you need to say is, I'm already in the group. And it's a better group than your group. I'm already accepted.